Hey, you ever notice people with money, like money, only shop when the store's about to close? You ever notice that? You ever pay attention to that? And you might have saw it and you might have thought, oh, this seems weird. Am I a little crazy? No, it's actually a real thing. And we're going to get into it. Hey.
Cheers, family.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm your host, Richard Prophet. Hey, is in Sarasota. The last dragon of the watch community. And on wrist, Apex Predator, solid gold. The only all gold, solid gold Rolex. Big boy, 44 millimeter in the lineup. Even though it was discontinued, it is still the biggest solid gold, all gold Rolex in the lineup. Some smart ass might say, what about that has a titanium case back? It's not solid gold. Before you comment, know what you're talking about. You look like a friggin' idiot. But anyway, that fool aside, let's get into it. Let me just get my, so we're gonna go to the beach, but Cookie is cooking. We're at the Cookie Girl's townhouse. We're gonna go down to the beach. Cookie's cooking. Cookie is cooking. Some spaghetti. So while I'm waiting, I'm gonna light up a little stick. With my ST DuPont. This lighter, I've wanted it a long time. I thought it was a lot of money for a friggin' lighter, but I finally spent the money, and I'm really enjoying it. Will I buy it again? Yes, I would. I'm really enjoying this lighter. All right. Oh, I don't have my little. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I like a hole punch. I like to punch a hole. Here we go. My favorite lighter of the moment. All right. Ooh, that's good. All right, so did you ever notice, like say you're shopping somewhere or whatever, let's say you like designer and you're in Neiman's or Nordstrom or something, and like right before they close, let's say they close at 8 o'clock or whatever, and you got there at 5:36 whenever you got out of work, and you get there, and you doing a few hours of shopping, you trying to hurry up before they close, and then you see somebody come in, quiet, looking a little demure, might be with somebody else, a lot of times be alone, whatever, and it look like they're picking up really expensive items, and they're looking around, and the sales associate might come over, speak to them or whatever, or might already know them, and just waits around for that person to finish shopping. Whereas in other places they might be like, you know the store closes in 10 minutes. Marshall's is closing in 10 minutes. Please take your purchases, make your way up to the front. The store closes in 8 minutes. The store closes in 7 minutes. Giving you an update when the store closes every minute. It's dumb. But if you've ever noticed that in like these rich people places, these rich people stores, these higher end shops, these higher end stores, it seems like people that are spending a lot of money, like rich people or whatever, they'll only go toward the closing of the store, right? You might have noticed that, or you might have thought, oh, what's going on here? Am I crazy? No, it's actually a thing. It's really a thing. And you ever notice, like, when you're in these shops where wealthy people shop, like, they don't rush you out. They don't rush you out. Never do they announce that the store will be closing in 5 minutes. As a matter of fact, it's the exact opposite. Like, my AD closes at 4:30, right? I'm sorry, closes at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, they shut the doors or whatever. But I've been in there, talking with my AD, looking around, just browsing, drinking an espresso, whatever, hanging out, having a scotch. And I've looked down on my Rolex, and it's 7 o'clock, it's 7:30 or whatever. And all the staff is still there, just waiting. And I'm talking with the AD or whatever, and no one says, oh, bring your purchases to the front. No one says, oh, we're closing in 5 minutes. No one says anything. Like, and I've been like purse shopping with my wife or whatever, and we've been in these shops, and while she's browsing or whatever, and it's usually toward closing. No one ever says, oh, the store will be closing in 10 minutes. You got to make a decision, bring your items to the front. No one's ever said that. And someone mentioned it to me, and I've started paying attention now. Like, I go out with, a few of my friends or whatever. And I notice they only want to shop right before the store is closing. And it hit me. They all do the same thing. And the stores that they go to cater, I guess, to this level of clientele, whatever, and they understand how they shop, and they never say, hey, the store will be closing. Like, I went to buy a suit the other day. I went to get a suit the other day. It wasn't custom. No, I buy suits off the rack. I went to a place to buy a suit. Even though it's not a bespoke suit, it's pricey though. It's a good suit. For those that know me, I like Zegna suits, however you pronounce it. And they're not custom, they're not bespoke, but they will alter it for you to your measurements in the shop. So I'm looking at my suit, I'm trying on my suit, I'm checking out my suit or whatever, and the guys, doing the cuff, because I do the cuffs, and I do the pants, That's pretty much it. And the store's already closed. The store's already closed when I get, because I was there a few hours or whatever, or I had got there right before they closed. I don't really remember, but I know the store is closed because I'm like looking around, and there's me and another gentleman and his wife, but I know the store is closed, right? Because as the gentleman and his wife are leaving, and he bought some items as well. He's going toward the door. Another associate has to go to the door to let him out because the store is closed already, right? And the guy working with me, nothing, doesn't say, hey, the shop is closed, come back tomorrow. Nothing. We stay there probably another 40 minutes to an hour, yeah. So I just wanted to talk about that. Like, if you've ever thought, oh, rich people only shop when the store is about to close, that's actually a thing. It's actually real, and I didn't notice that, till I got later on in life, and I've been around different people, and when they go shopping or whatever, and I've been fortunate enough to build my own relationships, and shopping maybe higher end stores, and I'll tell you for a fact, my Rolex AD is like that. Louis Vuitton is also like that. Not like it has to be a boutique, like a real store. Not one of these consignment places. It's the real boutique. Zenya's like that. Briani is like that. Laura Piana's like that. All these shops that wealthier people shop, or like a higher end clientele. First of all, I think they're probably the busiest toward closing. Like, maybe not the busiest, the packedness, but profitability wise, is probably they bring in the most money toward closing, right? Because it's a wealthier group of individuals shops at that time, and usually the customer service is like second to none, man. Not like these places where the store will be closing in 5 minutes. Bring your items to the front, where they shut you out. They're talking about they're going to close the door on you, and all this other, foolishness that really, really bothers me. I don't like that. When I'm just trying to, purchase some items. So, yeah, wealthy people really do always go shopping right before the store's about to close. And number two, they don't close the doors until they are finished shopping. They don't rush them out. They don't say come back tomorrow. They don't say we're closing. They don't say anything of that. And the whole staff around in that place waits around and doesn't say, doesn't look at their watch, nothing. They just, until you're done, we'll wrap up. If anyone out there listening to this knows exactly what I'm talking about, leave an 8 below, because I want to talk about it. Or if you are a sales associate, sales executive, personal shopper, whatever, and you go to any one of these establishments, or you work in any one of these establishments, please also leave an 8 below, and let's comment on it, and let's talk about it. Now, I'm not talking about the Rolex tire kicker that's going in an AD at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, saying, hey, I want to get on the wait list for a Steel Pepsi. They're going to shoo you right out. I'm talking about a guy that buys 4 watches a year, precious metal pieces, something like that, that might have 15, 20 Rolex watches, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Big spend history, or a famous face. A famous face. Yeah, they really do have different shopping patterns, and the places that they shop, um, the associates that work there, it's a whole. They treat you differently. They don't clock out when it's 5 o'clock. They clock out when the work is done, when the last shopper has left. Yeah, it's a supermarket. I forget the name, but like they'll have like a strawberry in a little round thing. It's like $50 or whatever. That supermarket does not close until the last shopper goes out. Yeah, man, and it's a supermarket. So yeah, this does exist. This is actually a real thing. If you've ever noticed that before, and you thought maybe you were crazy, it's actually a real thing. And I'm telling you because I've experienced it now. That I'm a middle-aged man, and you know, I'm in a good space right now. So I have actually experienced it, and I've been in these places where this is the case. So if you didn't know, I just pulled back the curtain on that, and I share that with you. All right, I'm your host, Richard Prophet, the Last Dragon, and the 8 is gonna have some spaghetti, and then we're gonna head to the beach. All right, happy day, everybody. 8. Cheers, family.